Well, the active weather pattern continues. We've got a huge storm slamming into the west coast, but if you're watching generally east of the Rockies, you're probably going, where the heck is winter? Well, it's not going to show up this weekend, and I don't think it's going to show up into next week either. Hey guys, thanks for checking the video out today. Let's just jump straight into it. There's a lot to talk about. This storm across the west is super impressive, and it's going to affect a lot of you. Maybe not initially, but as we head into the weekend, it's going to push some rain across the south. Above average temperatures though, and I think we stay pretty dry here around the Great Lakes all the way through the weekend. And then look how this energy dives into the south. It's going to be a cutoff low moving right along the Gulf Coast. And I'm going to tell you, these cutoff lows are tricky. You got to keep an eye on these because the forecast models struggle sometimes with the placement of these exactly. And the difference in a few hundred miles could mean the difference between rain and snow. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about in just a second. I think that's very unlikely that we see snow, but yeah, I would keep an eye on this. It's kind of weird looking, right? You've got this upper low here cut off, and then you've got this ridge here across Canada keeping things warm and dry through the Great Lakes. All of these states here, I mean, pretty much east of the Rockies, above average into next week as well. And then another strong storm slams into the west coast. Let's take a look at the precip. This may give you a better idea. Find where you are on the map and follow along as we take a look at our Thursday. Big snows and rains going across the west coast. Quiet, mostly quiet across a good part of the country. Kind of a boring weather forecast, right? Unless you're pretty much west of the Rockies, where it is anything but boring. You guys are getting pounded with snow and rain here. Flooding is a concern. A weak shortwave trough digs through the northeast, and that's going to be a reinforcing shot of some cold air as we head into Thursday night and Friday for the northeast. We could actually see some rain showers out ahead of that. Too warm for snow, and then behind it we do cool down. Not a lot of snow with this one. The big snow's out west. That's where it's going to be falling. So if you want snow, head to the Rockies. This is where things get a little interesting as we head into Saturday. That weak area of low pressure at the surface moves east of the Rockies. The upper low now here spinning across Texas, pulling some Gulf moisture up. So we will get rain showers here, and we'll have to watch it here, especially where areas we had some flooding this week, and then some snow back up in here. What's interesting is the upslope flow that could develop. So I think we could see some heavy totals here in the parts of Montana, even parts of Wyoming and Idaho. And then here comes another extremely strong storm into the west coast. This low is one to watch. It's going to dump another 1, 2, maybe even 3 feet of snow into the mountains. And in the upper Midwest, yeah, we are warm. So Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, Pennsylvania, where is winter? Not this weekend. We're going to be above average again. And this is where it gets interesting across the south. This upper low, I told you guys, it is super tricky to forecast, especially as we head into Sunday and Monday. A couple of model runs ago, several days ago now, it showed this upper low and this trough phasing together. I don't think that happens. Yesterday, I said the trend is your friend in forecasting, and the trend has been to keep these two apart. Everything still looks that way, but what's interesting though, I don't know if you saw that right here into the mountains of western North Carolina. If you shift this low just a few hundred miles north, I think you change drastically the outcome of this. Some of the outliers on the GFS ensembles are trying to pick up on that. Now this is averaging things together between 50 members or more, and it's trying to show snow here. I don't think that happens. It's just the outliers showing up here, but you can see the idea of what a shift in the forecast trajectory would cause precipitation wise. Again, I think we stay all rain across the south, just too warm for any snow with this system. And this is the actual European. It also says, look, this thing goes off the coast, pretty quiet here from the mid-Atlantic north with dry weather, with this ridging happening here as that upper low just kind of dives under it. Here's that really strong storm across the west. That's going to bring that second round of rain and snow here. And then I think this, guys, is when the pattern change starts. I've been talking about around the 10th of February for the last 5 or 6 videos, and I'm still standing by it. People coming into the comments saying, oh, you're wrong. Well, I'm just telling you what the data says, and it continues to point to a cool down around the 10th and the 11th of February. I'll back off if it doesn't show it, but it's clearly showing a pattern change as we head around that time period. What's definitely clear too is the heavy rain across the west, and I'm going to show you more on that long range in just a second, but look at these rain totals. I don't want to skip over this. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 inches of rain possible in the upslope areas, and I think that the models are picking up on that through next Tuesday and Wednesday across California. Big time rains. Look at these snow totals. This is crazy. There's an 80-inch number showing up there. This is through next week. So this is 2 storm totals. Big snows all the way into the Rockies. Avalanche. I think that's going to be a concern, especially into the higher elevations, into the mountains. Now let's talk about that pattern change. This is just model data, but take a look. This is February 7th through the 14th. Watch our trend. 8th, 9th, the 10th, the 11th, the 12th. These are departure from normals. Now we're looking at the 12th through the 19th. And as we go on out into the 14th and 15th, now we're up to the 18th and 19th, toward the end of February below average temperatures. And that doesn't just move in and move out. We keep that colder than normal look here on the map now all the way into March. Do I think it happens? It doesn't matter what I think. I can tell you what I'm seeing, and I think it will happen. Just based on the consistency that we've seen in these runs, some of the bigger global teleconnections, such as the North Atlantic Oscillation, those things are saying it's going to turn colder. I mean, if I'm forecasting, that's what I'm going to forecast. Bust potential? Sure, it's always there. But I guess like a flounder, you got to choose sides, one or the other. And I'm going to choose the other at this point. And I'm going to say it turns colder. If I go down with the ship, I go down with it, and I eat crow, and I'm wrong. Won't be the first time. It won't be the last. So if you like these forecasts and if you like this analysis, hit subscribe. I'll shoot straight with you. I promise you that. And thanks for checking the video out, guys. I do appreciate it. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Tell your friends about it. It's a new channel here on YouTube. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day wherever you are, and be safe out there.